On this episode of the Bronze Metalist podcast, we talk about Too Fast to Die by Archspire. To another episode of the Bronze Metalist podcast. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
We're two professional broadcasters. We like metal, and we like to talk about it. And today we're talking about Too Fast to Die, which is not an 80s race car movie.
It is not. There's not the number two, and then the number two again.
No, it is a technical death metal album by Canadian band Archspire.
Very technical.
Incredibly technical. Very, very fast. The tempos are out of this world. Whoa.
I will tell you one thing is I listened to it initially because this is their newest album. I listened to it initially and was like, yeah. You know, I had some of the same complaints that you were talking about earlier. I mean, we'll talk about those a little later on. But the second time listening through, I got a whole bunch of nuance, and I'm like, okay, I like this better now.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there as well. I was listening to it while I was out spraying weeds today, and I think I like it a little bit better the second time around, but we'll talk more about our feelings about the album. We've talked a little bit about Archspire before, and most of my feelings about them remain the same, which we'll elucidate a little later on. I didn't hate this by any means. This is good. I enjoy it. But we'll talk more about it later on. First, how are you doing?
I'm doing fast. I got a full belly full of pasta right now.
Full belly, Italian food.
I got Italian food.
Specifically, Joe's Italian food. That's his food.
And
he let
shared
you eat some.
In exchange for money.
In exchange for money.
That's
how a restaurant works.
I had a chicken piccata, which you've ever had that?
No.
That's you get a protein and then you get a pasta, and then the sauce is like a lemony.
Snicket.
Snicket, yes. It's a series of unfortunate meals. No, it's no.
A series of unfortunate meals.
Yeah,
that's just my diet. That's what's in my fridge.
It's what's in your belly right now.
A series of unfortunate meals.
It's what's in your colon.
I had 3 hot dogs tonight. Doesn't feel like making anything else.
No, it's like, I'm going the easy route.
Yep.
Here you go, sodium. Get in my body.
3 Cloverdale Reds. But anyway, your good food that you had.
Yeah, it's good food. It was. I got fettuccine and chicken, and there was capers on it, and it was lemon flavored. I listed it again. Yeah. And the person I was with got the seafood Alfredo, which I had the Alfredo sauce. I'm like, that's the best Alfredo sauce I've ever had.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's a little pricey, but damn.
I mean, you know.
What is it now?
If it's good, then it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
The same can't be said for the vast majority of fast food these days.
I know.
Quality has generally gone down. Its price has gone up.
Larger disparity between the two.
I learned a whole... I watched a video about, like, why McDonald's has become such shit and why fast food in general has like gone so much up in price, even though the quality of the food has not gotten better. And some of it is inflation, but a lot of it has to do with the companies and the apps that they're developing.
Oh, sure.
And the technology that they have to basically like change menus on the fly and figure out what people are willing to pay in a given area for the convenience. And
so they will just jack that price up where it's possible.
And it was it was compared to In-N-Out, which In-N-Out has stayed at basically the same price. They've like not changed their business model at all. Their kitchens have way more staff that are better paid. But they can do all that because they are only in like California and Nevada.
Yeah, and Texas.
Like they're in very few places, and they source all their ingredients no more than like a day's drive from where the restaurants are.
Mm-hmm.
They own the land that the restaurants are on, so on and so forth. So it's like,
yeah.
It's made me hungry for an In-N-Out burger.
I know. It's been a long time.
I've only had In-N-Out, I think, once or twice.
And that was when you were in Vegas.
Yeah, in Vegas.
When you were gambling and whoring and stuff.
I don't know how many In-N-Outs there are in Vegas. There might only be one.
I think there's one or two, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the other thing is there's not very many. Even in the homeland of In-N-Out, even in California, there's only like 200 some, and there's like 1,200 McDonald's.
Right.
I wonder how many Starbucks there are in California.
600 million.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, you go into a Starbucks in California and you say, "Excuse me, I need to use the restroom." You go into the restroom and there's a Starbucks in there.
There's another Starbucks in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the whole thing about it's just, as someone who's eaten a lot of fast food in their time, I wish we had something like it. I guess like we have Rockies, which is a fast food. It is a fast food establishment, but
there's only two of them.
Yeah, there's two of them. I guess.
One in Fargo.
Yeah, it's a local place,
right? By a dude that we know. His name is Rocky.
Yeah,
I mean it's not his real name, but
and I like their food.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good. It's good stuff. It's not any more expensive than what you might get at McDonald's. I remember last time I was there, I didn't get shakes. But I remember when they brought food to us at work, they had shakes there, and the shake was fucking excellent.
Yeah, their shakes are excellent. And there's a couple of things in the menu I don't care for, but I mean that's everywhere you go.
Yeah,
and this is one of the first places I've walked into where it's like it's a locally owned, kind of a starting up trying a thing restaurant.
Yeah.
Where I didn't walk in and think I better eat here a bunch or, this is going to die quickly on the vine.
Yeah, it felt like anytime you drive past, there's always people there.
Always people there, and
it's busy.
I'm not going there because I want to patronize the local. I'm there because I want one of them damn smash burgers.
Yeah, because the food's good.
Yeah,
and the location is really good too. They're close to me.
Yeah,
close to my house, but also just in general in Minot, they're in a very good spot.
Yeah,
nice and close to the college.
Mm-hmm.
But
one of the only things in this part of town.
We're shilling for Rocky's Burgers and Fries.
Hey, I got no problem with that.
This is the part of the podcast we have not been paid by Rocky's to. They wouldn't need to give us money; they would just give us food.
I mean, I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Give me one of them hot dogs.
Yeah, we'll shill for you. Our 10 listeners, most of whom already live in Minot and already know about Rocky's.
And we've already established that Kale likes hot dogs.
It's true. I have very specific taste in hot dogs, though. I'm a Cloverdale guy.
Right, and I'm kind of not.
Outside of hot dogs,
yeah,
I'm more of a brat person.
Okay.
If I'm getting a hot dog, I like my Cloverdales, but brats, I'll get brats from anywhere.
Sure.
Brats from anywhere are fine. Brats are different. Brats are like hot dogs, but if they were good. See, that's my opinion.
And the Cloverdale Reds for me, I guess, because you grew up on them.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, it's like this is soft. This is like a paste.
The thing I will say is they are far better. Like if you make them on the Foreman or whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
But they're far better roasted on a big long fork over a campfire.
Yeah, okay, and there's two reasons for that, because like everything's good roasted over a campfire. And two is when you're roasting them over a campfire, you spent all day getting a sunburn and swimming and
that's fair.
Hiking and oh my god, this is the best fucking hot dog I've ever eaten.
That's fair.
I'm starving.
I need to get a camp fork.
Dude, I have a motorized one.
A motor that spins for you?
Yeah, and it spins so slowly. It is
my God.
It is hilarious. I've sat there with the kids, and it goes.
Oh God!
And the kids just look at me like, Dad,
you can just flip it over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to hide that from you.
It's like I need to get one of those because I can just have fires in my backyard.
Sure.
Assuming it's legal to do so.
Right.
At a given point.
And we're not at a.
I mean, it's been wet, pretty wet lately.
It has.
There was a absolute deluge yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Thunderstorm came through, and at one point, it had been raining for most of the day. It rained relatively hard, certain parts, and then at was it like 2:30 yesterday afternoon?
Right.
The sky opened up, and for the next 5 minutes, there was just a torrential downpour.
Yeah, I was trying to finish up my voice track, and I'm like, oh no, something's gone. The ground has gone bad in this or something. Wait a minute. That's not coming through my headphones.
Turning around. I thought like the air conditioning was suddenly much louder.
Yeah.
And when I looked outside, I was like, holy shit, there was some hail mixed in too.
Yeah. Did you see what happened in was it Dunseith or Belcourt? No, it was in Belcourt.
Belcourt and like St. John and stuff.
Yeah, they're like golf balls.
Yep. Pretty bad hail damage in that area. People, I didn't think it was that. Some people like had bits of their roofs blown off, which I didn't think it was that. It certainly wasn't that windy here in Minot.
Right.
So I was a little surprised to see that in the news. I was like, Jesus, how? But also I was like, okay, I guess I don't know what wind speeds were like, but like, what happened to those roofs last month when we had that insane windstorm that caused a fucking haboob?
Yeah.
We had a dust storm that blotted out the sky over half the state.
We did. We had a haboob.
It was a haboob.
I was expecting, giant worms to come out of the ground, and
Shai Hulud was on his way.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I'm hoping the weather. I mean, the rain is good. The rain is good.
Rain is good.
I'd like the weather to be nice for a weekend.
Right. I mean, rain makes corn. Corn makes whiskey.
Calm down, Luke Bryan. Also, it's more than just corn.
Right.
You got to have other grains in there too.
Yeah, rain makes rye. It makes if you're a Budweiser, rice.
Well, I think most like bourbon is, I think it's 50% corn.
Corn mash,
and then the rest is usually barley, I think. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. There's rules about what the mash needs to be made with for bourbon.
When bourbon needs to be made in the bourbon region of Kentucky.
No. That's not true. Bourbon just has to be made in the U.S. In fact, in some other countries, that's literally the only box it has to tick. It just needs to be whiskey from America,
and they can call it bourbon
in order to be called bourbon. There's a lot more rules than that. I believe the only thing that needs to be like if you're calling it Kentucky straight bourbon, which is another label, then it has to be made in Kentucky. But it doesn't have to be made in a specific part of Kentucky.
Yeah, if you made the Champagne area.
Yeah, it's not like that. It's that is a thing in France, but bourbon is not generally like that. There are more specific labels, but it just has to be made.
I feel like it used to be at some point.
I mean, that's just traditionally where it came from. But as far as legal requirements for where it is allowed to be made under U.S. law, or regulation. Regulations are laws.
Yeah.
They just apply to things that you can sell.
Right. They regulate.
Yes, but
I want to buy me a still.
A still.
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's bourbon that is technically from North Dakota. I don't. It's always weird to figure that out though, because it's usually like, oh, this is like North Dakota bourbon. It's like this was just bottled
in North Dakota.
Maybe the grain came from here, but it was it almost certainly was not distilled here. Which sometimes it is, I'm sure. But I remember I got some bottle of something that was like North Dakota bourbon, and I looked at the label and I was like, this was not
distilled in
here.
Mexico.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, it has to. I think it still has to be made in the U.S. I mean, tequila does have to be made in Mexico. And I mean, also specifically blue agave, which only grows in a specific part of Mexico, so that also kind of limits, where you're going to have that be.
I like me an agave soda.
I've never had an agave soda.
You can get an agave soda not too far from here, actually.
Okay.
There's a sub shop that's next to a noodle shop.
I'll have to give that a try.
Yeah.
Agave soda. I have a bottle of mezcal right now, which is, it's the first time in quite a long time that I have opened up a bottle of liquor, poured myself a glass of it, and then brought it to my nose and and my body reacted going, "Don't put that in your mouth. Don't put that in your mouth."
Your body was not ready for
my body was not ready for mezcal. I like eventually, the first sip was like, "Oh, that's different." It's so smoky. I remembered hearing that mezcal was smoky.
Yes.
I was not prepared for how smoky it was. But I got used to it, and I don't mind it.
I like me some mezcal.
But definitely, it was the first time in a while that I've had like some kind of new liquor, and my initial just biological reaction was, that's poison. That is poison. Don't drink that. But I got over it pretty quick.
Did I tell you my sinks are finally clear again?
I thought they had been for some time.
Well, no, they clogged back up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
With the biofilm. So I was talking to somebody.
What are you putting in them that is causing the biofilm?
Poop. I'm crapping in the sink. No. I don't know. I think it's just an old building with old pipes.
Okay.
Talking to a friend of mine, I just casually mentioned, oh yeah, and the drains in my sinks they're all clogged and I can't keep them unclogged. And she's like, oh, why you should come to me. Come over, I got something for you. And it was a bottle of sulfuric acid, 47.5%.
Jesus.
Sulfuric acid.
What are your pipes made of?
Plastic.
I guess I don't know enough about chemistry. I know some acids don't much bother with plastic, right. But I guess I don't know.
Well, as Walter White might have told you.
Well, that was hydrofluoric acid.
Yeah, which is
in the show.
That's insane.
Which is different and
extremely potent.
Yeah, more potent even than sulfuric acid, as I understand.
Right. But yeah, my drains are clean.
Well, that's good. And your pipes didn't explode, so
they did not.
Presumably,
no, they leaked a little bit, and I had to adjust. But
okay,
we're good.
I was spraying for weeds today. I did so on Monday, which was stupid because it rained yesterday all day, which just I'm sure washed all of the herbicide off. But
did you say herbicide?
Yeah, I don't care.
All right.
I don't care. It's it's never the one you think it is. Is the thing. As I'm so fucking sick of pronouncing things like fucking Munson today.
Monson.
Like,
Munson.
Yeah, that's definitely how you would pronounce it if you looked at it the first time. No, but in any case, herbicide. See, that feels wrong to me. It feels like I'm making a choice to pronounce the H. Herbicide. It sounds like I'm saying wheat. Wheat.
Yeah, but when you see, we see commercials for herbicides around here a lot, and they always pronounce the H in the commercials.
Yeah, I know.
So like when they're talking about Roundup or whatever.
Correct. I wish we'd just pick one and use that for all of it.
Herbicide sounds like you're putting something in somebody's food.
It all refers to the same shit.
Right.
Why is it herbicide but it's herbal tea? Why can't it just pick one fucking sound?
If you're across the pond, it is herbal tea.
Yeah. That's stupid. They do it backwards. They pronounce and when they say herbicide, did they say herbicide?
I think they say herbicide as well.
Okay.
I think they, as Izzard said, because there's a fucking H in it.
That's fair. I just think pick one. You know? Anyway,
we choose the French pronunciation.
I was spraying for weeds. And
with weed killer.
Yeah, and when I was I needed to refill my spray bottle.
Sure.
Which was pressurized. And so I didn't realize there was a release valve.
Yeah.
And I didn't think these contents are still under pressure. If I unscrew this top here, I'm going to get sprayed in the face with a mixture of water and chemicals. But that's what happened.
You got weed killer on your...
Yeah. I don't know if it was... I'm sure you're not supposed to get it in your eyes.
Yeah.
But I'm not dead yet, so
you can still see.
Yeah, I can still. I went and washed my eyes out. Not immediately though, because it didn't occur to me until a little bit later. Like I should probably like it wasn't hours later. It was but it was like 10 minutes later. I was like, dude, go wash your eyes out, idiot. But I'm not blind yet, so.
Nice.
It must be fine.
You're the same amount of blind you were prior to the incident.
Yes, which is still not very.
Right.
But in any case, yeah, that made me feel stupid. It's like, well, of course it's going to do that. Why wouldn't it do that? But yeah, one of my spray containers, bottles, big thing, the pump up sprayers. One of them has a little valve where you can pull on a little ring and it will release all the air pressure in a safe manner. The other one does not. So the other one, you just have to hold down the trigger until it's empty. But hopefully it will kill the dandelions that are slowly consuming my entire yard. The sad thing is the weed killer that I got will kill the clover that I have in the back, which makes me a little sad because I don't know if there probably is, since there are, clover lawns are becoming more of a thing. But I guess I couldn't find one that would kill dandelions and not kill clover.
Right.
So I was like, well,
clover is a weed.
Yeah. Like I like the clover that I have. There's a whole patch of it in my backyard. The blooms are nice, and it's got these pretty purple blooms, and it stays nice and low. I like it, but I guess if it's between them and the dandelions,
gotta go.
It's gotta go, because I'm just sick of looking at it. I'm sick of looking out my back window a day after I mow and seeing foot tall stalks, where it's only like one. Like once they grow to this certain point, they'll like grow up just like one or two stalks, and they get so tall. Like right when they start growing, they're low to the ground and pretty yellow blossoms. But the longer they go, even when you chop them down a day later, it looks like an alien world, and I don't care for it. No. I wish the dandelions knew that they didn't have to grow that tall. Like, hey, the grass, you're not competing with the grass. Yeah. Don't worry about it. You can stay nice and low. Yeah. But yeah, it's like I keep saying, like, I'm not going to be a big lawn guy. I'm not a big lawn guy, but every weekend, I'm at least once a week, I'm out there, which I think is, as far as lawn culture stuff goes, not crazy.
No.
That's pretty mild. But compared to some people in my neighborhood, I look like a goddamn golf course engineer.
Well, I mean, you're buying a house that was, occupied by a renter for a long time, and a lot of it wasn't necessarily kept up to, a regular person, proud homeowner status. Yeah. So there's a lot of fixing up you got to do out there.
Yeah. And for me, it's also just like I don't need it to be golf course perfect.
Right. I'm
not cutting it super short, because also I think when you cut it super short, it's more likely to die.
Yeah.
Because then you have to water it more. And I'm not watering shit. I do not plan on watering my lawn at all.
Okay. At all.
Maybe if it starts getting super dead super fast,
right?
Maybe, but if it's, as long as it'll come back next year and look good in the spring, in the early part of the summer, if it gets a little brown by the end of August, I don't really care. Water's expensive.
It is. Although it is a treat to look out your window
and see all the nice green. That is nice. And it's not like we live in Las Vegas or something like that. But
and you're near the river. You could just get a big hose and siphon it.
I'm sure. Yeah, I could siphon it. I could siphon the whole river. You don't
need all of the river.
I would need to get below the level of the river in order to get the siphoning started.
You got a shovel?
I don't plan on watering anything. Maybe that'll change. I wonder if water will get cheaper by next year once we start pumping it up from the lake.
Maybe.
I wonder. I don't know. Speaking of water,
yeah.
I told you about this. I discovered a new park.
Right.
Like a block and a half away from my house.
With a great name.
Yeah, there's a large park, one of Minot's largest parks. A very nice park called Oak Park, not too far away from my house.
Yes.
And last night, after we had all the thunderstorms all day long, after dinner, sun came out and it was beautiful. It was absolutely gorgeous. And I was bored and was like, I'm going to go for a walk. It's a nice night. Yes. So I decided to try and find the best way to walk to Oak Park. And I started heading east. And I go across this little embankment where there's these two culverts.
Yes.
On either side of a low-level dam on the Souris River. They make an oxbow. And the land between the bow of that oxbow is called Nubbin Park because it's on a little nubbin. And it's just prairie grass and wildflowers and some trees. There's some pine trees. It's all like native stuff. And it's really, it's so cute and nice.
And it's in the land between.
It's in the lands between. I was attacked by a big, scrunkly old man in a ragged cloak with a big, weird scorpion tail and a cane. And he kept on talking about extinguishing my flame of ambition, whatever that means. That was a belabored Elden Ring reference.
Yes, it was.
But anyway, yeah, Nubbin Park in Minot. It's a cute little park. You won't find it, I think, on it has no name on Google Maps. But it's an official park. And it's got a little trail that you go around, and
you've got another park nubbin.
All right. Yeah, it was nice. And I continued on after I walked through Nubbin Park and
to Oak Park.
To Oak Park.
Here's my question, and I know the answer. Over the summer, when the days get hot, will you be walking to Oak Park with, say, some trunks on?
No.
Maybe hit the splash pad?
No, I won't. I'm 30. And by myself.
I will.
With no children.
I'm 52.
I guess. But, I mean, you at least, you are a father.
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't know, I would feel weird, personally, but I am...
There's Kale in his Speedo. Playing at the splash pad.
Nope. If I wanted just to spray myself with water, I have a hose.
Sure. You could go get one of those little pools.
I could get a long slip and slide and just run it down because my yard is pretty long.
It is.
I could do a long ass slip and slide along the entire length of my yard.
Dude, I'll bring the beer and barbecue. You set up the slip and slide.
God. I think the real answer is if it is really hot, I'm staying inside.
Right, where the air conditioning is.
Where the air conditioning and all of my shows are.
Right.
All of my shows.
My stories.
My story. I'm going to start calling video games my stories. I was playing my stories the other day. All right. Too Fast to Die.
Archspire.
It's a title that just feels like it needs to be said. Like it's a
Too Fast to Die.
Or to me, it's like an '80s like glam rock album is what it sounds like.
I mean, it kind of sounds like Too Fast for Love by Motley Crue.
Yeah, Archspire is a Canadian technical death metal band. They've been around since I think like 2009 or something like that. Let me look at that.
Has it been 2009?
Archspire 2007 is when they got going. They currently consist of Dean Lamb on guitar, Toby Morelli also on guitar, Ollie Peters on vocals, Jared Smith on bass, and can I read my own handwriting? Spencer Moore on drums.
There you go. He's the new drummer, by the way.
The new drummer, yes. Yeah. Their previous drummer, also named Spencer, which makes me think of Dream Theater hiring Mike to replace Mike.
Right, yeah.
And then letting Mike go to replace him with Mike. the original mic.
Right. Came back to replace the replacement mic.
Yes. But in any case, they're a technical death metal band.
Mm-hmm.
They're known for their very extreme tempos that they tend to play at, which to me, as a child of the 2010s, when I started, getting into metal and listening to, part of me remembers Rings of Saturn, which was a like technical deathcore band that was people were constantly being like asking for like proof that they could play that fast, and it was a whole like running controversy thing. And I can't remember if it ever shook out that they like had like digitized their stuff and played it faster than the guitarist could actually run it. I don't know.
But these guys play live.
These guys absolutely can do this. They're very, very, very talented. But something that I've talked about before when we've talked about Archspire is while I really enjoy the instrumentals, I'm not a huge fan of the vocals for the most part.
They grew on me a little bit in the second listen through.
Yeah, I don't know how much they really grew on me, so much as I kind of got used to them. They're very kind of machine gun or sort of staccato. I was reading that he's very inspired by like so-called like chopper rappers.
Right. I heard that in this.
And it's a style that I'm not really a fan of, where it's very, very fast vocals like synced with the drums.
Yeah. But it got like rhythmic in certain ways. I was listening, I'm like, this almost accidentally veers into nu metal.
Yeah, and they take on a certain quality where they almost become more of just a part of the percussion section.
Yeah.
But it's just not really to my taste, I guess is what I would say. And there's not a lot of variety in like pitch or technique. Every once in a while, you'll hear something that's more on the lines of like a pig squeal or something like that. But as someone who's like my favorite, compared to like my favorite metal vocalists, like I would say as far as like death growls and that sort of thing goes, I think my favorite is probably Phil Bozeman.
Sure. Very talented dude.
Yeah, very, very talented vocalist. And I think he can do the faster lyrics.
Sure.
But there's just so much variety with that without making variety the gimmick.
Right.
Which as much as I love Lorna Shore, that is kind of Will Ramos's thing. Is it almost becomes like a gimmick how many different vocal styles he can shove into one song. And Ben DeWer from Shadow of Intent is kind of similar, where it's like how many different noises can we make in this one song, where it almost kind of becomes a gimmick. And the really fast, choppy vocals do. I think that's maybe part of my distaste. Is it just feels kind of gimmicky to me. Where, but again, it's also I'm willing to acknowledge that it's just not to my taste. I don't think it's necessarily bad. I think they're well done for what they are. I have to imagine though in a live setting that it just ends up sounding like mush.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd really have to tweak it to get this to come through and pop.
To get any kind of fidelity and diction,
right,
and enunciation, which is hard when it comes to these kinds of vocals,
sure,
even when you're not saying 5,000 words a minute. Like the tempo of the vocals.
I'm not sure I could tell you what any of the lyrics on this are.
Yeah. I think from what I was reading, like I didn't look up the lyrics to this in general, but like but in general, the lyrics that they do for most of their songs are very kind of like sci-fi horror, sort of body horror and kind of eldritch stuff going on. Very classic like death metal, kind of spacey death metal stuff.
Right.
Stuff about. I guess I don't know how much stuff about aliens there is necessarily, but I wouldn't be surprised to have that be in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I still feel very much like if this was an instrumental album, I probably would like it better. Or if they had gone with a somewhat more traditional approach, where it's like it's a good trick. The really fast, choppy vocals. It's a good trick. It's really impressive, but it starts to feel overwhelming to me, at least, when it's happening for most of the song, every song. And I think that's just it feels like a little bit of sensory overload, which is an insane thing to say when you're talking about technical death metal, where it's like, I don't get sensory overload from the instrumentals. It's the vocals that are giving, but I don't know. Maybe it's the human brains going like, that's language. Let's try and figure that out. Oh God, what the fuck? There's too much. I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder what the lyric sheet looks like.
Yeah, that's got to be a lot of words, huh? Like,
it's an entire novel.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I am the sort of person where I struggle to hold a sentence together if someone is in the same room as me, talking to somebody else. If I'm trying to have a conversation with somebody and there's another conversation happening in the same room, my ability to put together a coherent sentence completely and totally disappears. So maybe it's a similar problem when it comes to too many vocals, too fast. Brain doesn't know what to do. I don't know. But in any, like I said, I do really like the instrumentals. I was not expecting the dynamic parts of this, the quieter and more moody sections. I wasn't expecting to hear that, but there's a bit of that here and there all over the album. Some melody too. There's melodic portions of it as well, which I was not expecting to hear. And I felt very compelled by I felt they were very effective. They evoked a very specific sort of feeling. A similar feeling that I get listening to like a lot of mention again Shadow of Intent songs. But Shadow of Intent usually kind of does those big, like, epic emotional moments with synth and with orchestral parts. Right. Whereas this was all exclusively, guitar, heavily affected guitar, but guitar, definitely. But yeah, I don't know. I liked this. I would like to say my main exposure to not necessarily Archspire, but Dean Lamb over the years has been his YouTube channel. Sure. I haven't watched him in a while, but for a while there, he had a long-running series where he and his wife, who is also a guitarist, would try to learn a really difficult, like death metal song, or at least 1 minute from a really difficult, like death metal or like deathcore song. They were very funny. Zima, what?
And they're very. Are they very the buff? No.
I don't know that they're super muscular.
Okay. Oh, never mind. Think of somebody else.
All right.
Disregard.
Okay. But were you thinking about about Boris Vallejo?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. Zima, why are you being such a pest? My cat is being very, very needy. I guess it's getting close to 8 p.m., so she's like, food. Give me food now. I don't care that you're talking, that you're doing something. I want food.
And that's exactly how she sounds.
Yes, that's how she sounds in my head. The YouTube channel, good. I think he does. He teaches guitar as well. But it seems like cool dudes. It seems like the band in general don't take themselves super seriously or anything like that, which is always a good thing to see. But in any case, does this album slap? Yeah. I would say so. Yeah. Yes, it does slap. Score 4 reviews I could find that actually had numbers on them. 78.15 what it came out to out of 4 reviews. What's your favorite track?
I think it's probably Limb of Leviticus.
Okay. I picked the title track.
Oh, yeah.
It has that big epic moment towards the end, which I enjoyed. What medal are you bestowing upon it, like Maz Kanata to Chewbacca?
I give this a high silver.
It's just a silver for me.
Just a regular silver?
Just a regular silver.
So I actually started to really enjoy this the second time I listened.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. So next week, I would like to talk about an album that I'm going to have to purchase. I would like to talk about Det Hemsøke Hjertet, which is Norwegian for The Homesick Heart by Panopticon.
Yes.
Which
I listened to part of before.
Hell yeah.
It was weird. It was a spiteful moment. I was like, okay, I can't listen to this because he doesn't have that service.
Yeah,
I do.
Panopticon removed all their music from Spotify.
Yeah.
So I do not have a streaming service to access it on, but I can just buy it on Bandcamp. And oh no, I'm giving $10 to one of my favorite artists. How will I financially recover from this?
I just didn't see Austin switching to K-pop like that. It was very good though. Yeah,
that would be insane. That's like one of those times one of the dozens of times that Caspian's Spotify page has been hacked by like some random EDM artist, or it's always. I feel like it's been AI stuff the last couple of times it's happened. It happens like twice a year. That Caspian's Spotify page gets hijacked by somebody. I don't know why it's always them. It's so weird. Maybe it's because they haven't put out an album in like 5 years, 6 years now.
They're due.
I think they said they're finally working on something, which I'm happy to hear. Speaking of working on something or things that are finished, new Mastodon album coming sometime soonish.
The new song they put out a single.
Excellent song.
Yeah.
Really good song.
Heartbreaking and great riffage and great music. Yep.
And they're going on tour with, of all bands, Deaf Heaven and Alcest.
I would watch that show.
I absolutely would as well. They'll be in Minneapolis October 3rd, I think. So
cool.
Maybe doable. I don't know. It's probably in the middle of the fucking week because I feel like every time there's a concert in Minneapolis, it's always in the middle of the week.
You said it's October 3rd?
Yeah.
I'll look at that right now.
But anyway, while you're looking that up, we might as well end the podcast here. Thank you very much for listening to this episode of the Bronze Medalist Podcast. If you like what you heard, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our feed on whatever podcast service you use to listen to us. And thank you very much for listening again. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
Congratulations.